So, hello Nima, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm fine.
Great. Okay. So tell me a bit about this brilliant introduction scene to your series, one of the greatest I've ever seen, I have to say. How did you come with it, let's say?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm very happy to hear this. Yeah, fortunately, audience in this festival clicked with the series and they liked that, and so I can say good. It's good for me. Yeah.
Okay. But how important do you feel it is to have a very good first scene, movie or series?
Yeah, definitely, it's very important because these days the audience for series, as I told this point in the panel, has the small remote control in his hand, and he can control everything. So he can change it, he can pause it. I mean, so I must catch his attraction very fast. So that's why I say, yeah. These days, everybody say that the pilot is very important, but I think that, the opening sequence or maybe opening scene is more important than this, maybe more important in the future, because if the audience don't like our project, they pause the project, they change, they have many options when they are watching series. This is one of the most differences between movies and series. So that's why I decided to write this opening sequence for the actor.
But do you like REM?
Oh, I'm a fan of REM. When I was a teenager, we listened to REM, and especially I like this track, "Losing My Religion." Yeah, and I remember I liked their video clips. They were very famous and they were artistic. So yes, I can say I was a fan, and I'm a fan of REM.
And tell me a bit about this point of the series, let's say, that how difficult is life for actors nowadays?
Acting is very difficult because you play something that you're not. In the set, I always say when we start to record, the actors get nervous because they must play in front of the camera, and it's very difficult. Definitely, it's difficult, and I don't want to try it, because I know as a director, I know how difficult it is, yes.
So it's more difficult for directors, though?
I don't know, but I can say at least that acting is very difficult job, and to be someone else is very difficult. So yes, that's why I as a director, I try to take care of them in the set, and
And does this thing that you show in the series, does this thing actually exist in Iran? Actors being hired to perform pranks, let's say?
No, it's my imaginations, but I thought what happens if this suggestions about this suggestion. So no, it's not real. It's my imagination, but maybe sometime it gets real in the world. I don't know.
Okay. And tell me a bit about the casting in the movie, which I felt was,
one of the most important for casting this series is that I decided to choose the actors from theater, and most of the actors in this series came from theater. Some of them are famous in theater, and I thought it's better that I use these actors, and this series is about actors. So I worked with Navid Mohammed Zadeh, one of the main characters in this series before with my last movie, The Warden. And Ahmad Miranfar is a famous comedian in Iran. And yeah, we had great experiences with these guys. And it was very difficult for them in this series because they had have many faces, and the makeup process took a lot time sometimes. And yeah.
But they have great chemistry on screen, the two of them. They play very well with each other. How did you manage to achieve this chemistry?
Definitely. I think this chemistry comes from some contrast and differences they have together. I was lucky that I got this chemistry between these guys, because sometimes it doesn't happen. And and maybe the other thing and the other reason is that both of them come from theater.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit about the girl, the protagonist's girlfriend who works at the Aroma?
She's not that famous in Iran. She had played one movie, if I don't mistake, before. And yeah.
Okay. And tell me a bit about the cinematography, what you wanted to do with the visual part of it. I keep saying film because the quality is more film-like,
That's right.
Yes.
As you know, it's not that usual to concentrate on visual things when you make a series, but it was very important for me. I believe that audience can realize these things, these details in your movie. For example, we have a color palette in this series. All the episodes we decided to have this color palette, and it was a little difficult for us, for me, for costume designer and other guys in the movie, but I think it helps audience get more close to the series. And I don't believe that the visual things is not important in series, because let's consider, some of them watch our series on their phones, but they can realize the details. Definitely they can. Yes.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit about the locations where it was shot, the series, and particularly this old theater? Where is that?
Yeah. The theater was an old theater in Iran. We found it, and we have had some changes in some locations, and in these two episodes. You see only a little part of the locations, so I prefer to speak about it after you watch all this series.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit what's happening next? Not to reveal too much, but maybe what's happening in the rest of them.
Yeah.
There are 20, right? 20 episodes?
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they give this mission, and this process gets more serious for them. So yes, it's. I don't want to spoil the story, but the process of this kind of acting gets more a little dangerous for them.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit about what is the situation in the movie industry in Iran nowadays? Maybe movies and TV, since you do both now.
I think finding money is difficult in all the world, and we have this problem in Iran, and we have to get permissions when we want to make movie or series. So, I can say, fortunately, making series is getting developed these days, because we have some platforms in Iran. And I think most of the directors are switching to making series these days in Iran. I don't know, maybe it's because after pandemic the theaters got closed and audience like to watch series after in the pandemic. But yes, I think in the world it's the same in the world.
Mm-hmm. But do you prefer shooting movies or series now?
To be frank, I think I make another series.
Uh-huh. Okay, all right. Okay, and since you mentioned, can you tell me a bit about future projects? What are you working on next?
I'm thinking about making a series, mini-series, actually, and I'm negotiating about it. And I don't want to tell the story, I don't want to spoil it, so it's a secret.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.